graduate of Plano West High School. He's heading Minnesota, and his opponent in the blue, Casey Swiderski of Michigan. This should be a good one. Swiderski, number 7 in the country. Jamison, number 15.
And we're underway. Jamison in the red and white with the 2 knee pads. In the yellow shoes and the blue singlet, that's Swiderski.
Swiderski in the blue, going to be a senior at Dundee High School. His teammate Braden Davis already won a Fargo title earlier today.
Good throw by. Swiderski comes guns blazing. He's a high-pace individual. Going to fit right in with Kevin Dresser's Cyclones.
He is. Tagen Jamison, no slouch in his own right.
Yeah, a lot of horsepower. Helping put Texas on the map. They got the numbers. Now they're going to start racking up more stop signs and accolades. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Seems the whole world's moving to Texas.
It does. And Tagen Jamison making the most of his performance at junior trials. He was 5th there. That's UWW junior, so an age class above this, but
nice ankle pick, but Jamison fights off. He's now got a 2-on-1. So we're going to see some caution soon. Wow, Swiderski blows the whistle as he hits a duck under, but he gets the passivity. It's always tough, you know, who the passivity is going to go on. I think Swiderski had a little bit more in the action and activity department, but I think with these 2 guys as motors, I wouldn't worry about you know, things coming down to activity points. But nonetheless, Swiderski goes on the clock. He's got 15 seconds to score, or else he'll concede a point. Attack by Swiderski, re-attack by Jamison. Now it's down to 5 seconds on the clock. Swiderski's going to let that expire and just focus on winning the next battle. One minute to go in the first period. That point's on the board for Jamison. He leads by the slimmest of margins.
This one of the deeper brackets in Fargo. Oh, nice attack.
Beautifully timed. Swiderski was keeping Jamison on his toes, but then found an opening. Gets 1 point with that single leg. Was looking for a second. He did a little trap foot action.
Great attack there from Jamison. Mentioned really deep bracket, 138 pounds. Both Swiderski and Jamison.
What are some of the other names that these guys had to battle through?
Tagen Jamison semifinals came against Kimo Lea, who super tough guy, big move potential out of California. Beat Blaine Brenner before that, and now Jamison in another attack.
Ooh, he wraps up both legs that time. Looking for a clean finish into the quad pod. Somehow did not go down. I think an elbow hit just now for Swiderski. So there Jamison gets the takedown that eluded him earlier. 3-point lead over number 7 in the nation, Casey Swiderski.
That'll take us into the break. Yeah, Jamison, another one of these seniors who's already graduated, moving on, that we've seen. That's been a little more common this year. Guys missed out on the opportunity last year and also missed out on a lot of wrestling competitions potentially this year. So we've got Tagen Jamison here. We had a graduated senior in Drake Ayala who won his bracket. We already saw at 120 pounds Lily, who was a senior, and at 113.
Yeah, it's what's making this tournament so deep.
It's helping for sure.
And Swiderski has a deep coaching staff. He's got 2 multiple-time All-Americans, Nick Simmons, who we saw earlier, and Dave Habit, who very nearly qualified for the Olympics wrestling for Slovenia, but he's also a NCAA finalist at Edinburgh. That's some firepower in his corner. Second period, almost 30 seconds deep. 3-0 lead for Jamison. This would be an upset, not a huge one, but if Jamison can hold on, Swiderski the favorite on paper.
Absolutely.
Jamison staying on the attacks. Swiderski wrestles out of him. If Jamison can keep that pace up, Swiderski is going to have to figure out some alternative strategies. There's some heavy hands. Jamison kind of came across with a left hand.
Look at it talking to it. You know, Spey, I just noticed the back of the Texas Singlets has the old come and take it sign.
That's a good.
Big Second Amendment fans.
Big Second Amendments. One of these days, Texas will also get around to supporting the Third Amendment, the greatest of all the amendments.
Under 2 minutes to go.
So minute 45 to go. Time for Swiderski to work. As it's getting a little chippy out there with the clubs, but so far, everything kosher.
90 seconds to go. Ooh, Swiderski.
How about reaching for that ankle pick? Timed it perfectly. Now it's just a 1-point match. Can Swiderski get something going on parterre? And they'll go out of bounds. They'll go, let's see, no caution in one for fleeing.
Nick Simmons was hoping for it.
Yeah, and I can see why he called it. He had a trap arm. Jamison freed his arm, but in doing so, kind of lunged towards the boundary.
Certainly did.
I they'd restart in parterre, but they did not call the fleeing. So back up to their feet.
3-2 lead. Swiderski has gotten to that ankle pick. He's shown the ability to score. We'll see if he goes back to that attack. Nice shot, though, by Jamison.
And he needs some horsepower to muscle this one up. He gets to his feet, but Swiderski stops him, looking for a little extra point. Will go a long way if he can get a step out. Swiderski's heels at the boundary, manages somehow to get back in bounds. They both peek at the clock, 45 seconds to go. It's coming down to the wire here. Great bout. These guys battling.
Throughout the match, you've talked about the pace of both these guys, and you can see their stances coming a little. We'll see if pace is a factor late. 30 seconds to go.
Snap down. Swiderski was looking for an angle there. I think he wanted that one. Reaching for an ankle this time. Jamison was ready. Gets into short offense. We got a little bit of a singlet pull. And now Jamison muscles up a single leg. Swiderski, good job fighting through. He can't waste time in these scrambles. Swiderski's back in on a single leg. Or Jamison, I should say. Now he's got Swiderski up in the air. That's going to ice it. 5 seconds to go. Swiderski bellies out. And Tagen Jamison, how about the great state of Texas getting a stop sign?
That's the way you want to finish a Fargo match. You know, sometimes you just got to win anyway, prevent the guy from scoring. But for Tagen Jamison to get in on that shot and finish it, that's got to feel good. Super impressed with his performance here. Swiderski disappointed, but no reason to hang his head. He was outstanding throughout the tournament.
I'll be honest, Swiderski is one of the guys I circled coming into this tournament just because his matches are always so exciting. They're so hard fought. This was no exception. So credit